What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more No Man's Sky. In the last episode, we learned the reality of the situation with the Atlas. We're supposed to go to the center of the universe and, what does the quest say again? They're supposed to reset the simulation. Everything in here is a simulation. Basically, the game is giving an in-universe reason as to why the entirety of No Man's Sky is procedurally generated. And, well, I'm not doing that right now. Instead, I'm working on a couple of other things. We're taking a little bit of a break from all this. I'm back on Aotic, the same planet that I do all of my nanite farming on. And actually did quite a bit of that because if I can take a look at my ship really quickly, the Prime Owl, it is now A-class. I actually upgraded its class a little bit to make it a bit stronger in a few areas. I was also, in the process of doing this, looking very specifically for some upgrades, and I also finished the Cyclotron Ballista as well because in the process of system jumping just so that I could get the upgrade for my for my photon cannons, I found a planet that literally has dioxide that's farmable, so I was able to get that. And wow, yeah, that was a whole mouthful, but it'll all make sense in due time. I haven't actually used the Cyclotron Ballista. You're probably wondering where the heck I am though right now. I'm like, like 12 minutes in terms of flight time away from my base at the moment. I just was basically following a ship and wanted to see if they would take me anywhere interesting, and they took me here. So I found a little starport, and I haven't actually had a look around at any one of these in quite a while, which is funny because my main base is right next to it, but I haven't been back to that base in a long time. Severe local sites of Viking significance. I guess I could print a chart. Why not? 15 nanites is basically nothing. Cool. All right, so we could definitely put some of those to use. In fact, as I kind of just go through here and just talk to people and take a look at the Galactic Trade Terminal, my plan is to kind of just focus on all the stuff that I've been holding off for a long time for the next few episodes. I don't know how much I actually want to do. Also, I've been really trying to get rid of this polychromatic zirconium. There's also the neutron microscope. All these, but every single time I go to any place, any system, they're all like minus 30, 40, 50%, which is, I mean, I'd like to see find a system where they're actually worth something, but apparently they're not in any of these. So I've been just kind of running around and taking care of all this. But yeah, we're going to work on a few things for this episode and the next. I want to start this episode by heading on back to our settlement, and from there we'll see what kind of upgrades we can do. There's a few things that like I still need to figure out exactly how the systems work before I end up doing too much with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of here, and then I'm actually just going to pulse engine my way straight on over to the farm, which we will get there very quickly by doing this. And I will just land next to it, and I mean, I don't know, I guess I actually have some mold on me. I might as well just throw it into all of my, I always forget what they're called. I want to say synthesizers. They're not synthesizers. What are they freaking called? I don't know, freaking. I got 4 of them. That's all I know. That's all I know. I've got 4 of them at this base in particular, and there's all that mold right there. So let me land right here really quickly. Farmed mold for about an hour in my spare time. It's the things that are going to spawn here in a second. There they are. Refiners, that's what they're called. Yeah, I'll just throw some of my mold in these. The problem is you really have to kind of babysit these while they are processing the mold, because a full amount of carbon supply only lasts about 2-3 minutes. So there is a very high probability that these won't even finish processing. So I mean, what I can do is I can just top them all off, I guess, really quickly, and then I'll just be on my way. And I guess when I come back, I'll have some nanites to pick up. Not a ton, but it is something. I'm also going to actually quick split you. No. Let's put, yeah, there we go. Put some of those in my exosuit, and I'll just kind of drop that amount in every single one of these refiners here really quickly. And then we can be on our way. So yeah, I was just kind of doing a whole bunch of various things over the course of, I probably spent about 5-6 hours between episodes on various stuff. So, I mean, it's really not as much as you think. Did I split that by accident? I think I did. Yep. Not as much as you think, unfortunately, but mostly just kind of farming. I was also farming bones as well because I desperately needed to get myself some more units. So All right, where are we? Okay, we're gonna go to. Is it Suquianza Field? I need to like get the pronunciation for that down. Obviously, I could change it, but I don't. With a lot of these, I don't know why. Again, I think it's just because I'm lacking in creativity. But we're gonna call it. I want to call it like Susquehanna Field or something like that because it sounds like an actual place that's like local and nearby. Maybe I should just change it to that so I don't have issues pronouncing it again while still keeping the spirit of the original name. But to the settlement we go. All right, first things first. And while we're here, the only thing I really want to do is head on over here to this thing and see what we need to do next. Construction terminal. Hydraulic wirings. Okay, so I actually will need to probably go pick those up. I can't actually remember how to craft those exactly. Got hermetic seals, all sorts of fuel and antimatter and things like that. I might just have to straight up go buy those, which will be kind of fun. But hold on, we got surveyor entity, go to Yumi. Let me see, waiting for their moment. Let's see. Let me talk to you. You're like highlighted. Okay, never mind. I thought you were gonna actually have something to say because it seems like they're like, is it thought bubbles? They have thought bubbles, and that's like got me going, maybe you have something to talk about? Anything at all? No, they don't. So they're just doing their usual thing, apparently. So there's not really anything I can do here. I'm going to go check the terminal really quickly and take a look at this. Make settlement decisions, view settlement status. Okay, I am going to now change the name because it's been driving me nuts. It is not very productive, but that is okay. I'm going to have to definitely do something with that. So let me just like re-spell this real quick. And there we go. And it's absolutely nowhere near Delaware at all. So, but I don't even care. I'm going to call it that just because then I won't have a hard time pronouncing it from here on out. All right, cool. So I don't really think I can do anything here. I mean, what did I needed the wiring really quickly, so I am going to try to seek that out. But what I also want to do is I want to head back to my base and I want to start working on getting a few things. So hydraulic wiring is the name of the game. We're going to have to see if we can get our hands on that. Let me go through the teleporter again, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back to the refuge from there, and we're going to grab ourselves some charts and start working on some things. There is also actually something that I've been putting off for a little while involving the refuge itself that I probably should do, and it's on the very same planet, so we'll have to do that. But yeah, we're just going to be kind of cruising just for a little bit longer because I'm not rushing to finish the game that fast. I don't want to go that fast. I would like to keep this game going a little bit longer. The other thing on my mind has been expeditions. So, and I may come back to the game for those, but I need to do those on my own. Apparently, they're pretty long affairs, which is a bit concerning, but I am hearing that those are like some of the best parts of the game, and I would like to be able to show those at some point, but they're very time-gated, which means that I'd have to like dedicate some time to actually making it happen. So maybe one of these days I'll get around to it. Okay, so I've got pretty full... Let's see, what kind do I have in here? Just a regular planetary chart. So that one's probably only for Aotic. Well, let's do this. I am going to take... I'll just take both of those. I'll change... I'll go to like 3 of each kind. I think that's probably a good idea. And we'll just kind of work on a bunch of these. And I'm also going to finally use that freaking... not the Sentinel Flare. Which one was it? There was the thing for... It'll pop up again on my screen, I'm sure of it, here soon enough. Let me just take... And I'm going to actually take you and put you there. I want to take 3 of these. Actually, I can't do any more exosuit upgrades, can I? No, so I don't think I am going to... I probably should just get rid of those. I'm going to take 1 really quickly, just because I'm not 100% sure if I can even make use of those anymore. But I am going to take them. And... yeah, okay, that was everything I needed. Let me check this base really quickly because it might have the hydraulic wiring that I need. There is a guy that sells components up top, so we can have a little conversation with him real fast before I get a move on and check a trade terminal. Well, I guess there's a trade terminal here as well. Let's see. Let's go to components. Let's see. Hermetic, amino chamber, hydraulic wiring. Okay, you have exactly 1. Okay, well, that's not as much as I need. unfortunately. And I don't think I had any in my storage. I didn't see any in there. Is there any in here? No, there is not. Okay, well, are you willing to... I mean, this is the same system as Aotic, actually, so their prices aren't going to be any different. The economy will be the exact same. Still got to work on expanding this thing. That's all going to be a process, but let's do this. Okay, so I am going to go into my menu. I know I'm wasting so much time in this episode, but just kind of gathering everything together. Let's go with... Not base computerized. Expanding the base. We're supposed to do a search for an abandoned building for data, and I don't think that the abandoned building in particular is too far from here. Yeah, 561 units. So we're going to go directly over that way. It's here on this planet. So we'll go after that really quickly. Then we're going to head out into space and use the emergency signal scanner. I think that's the right plan. Well, let's just keep going. And once we get this done, we can kind of continue working on that. Let's see, where am I at now? 318 units. Still not that far. Unfortunately, everything on this planet wants to attack me. I almost like considering making Aotic the main base because that's such a better planet than this one. Like, this one's good. Don't get me wrong. Skaldane's good, but it's not... I mean, it's got a lot more hostile environments, including the weather, although the weather is very infrequent. And it just doesn't have as many awesome resources as Aotic has. It's prettier. I'll give it that. It is the prettier of the two. But, okay, I kind of went off the path a little bit. Especially at nighttime. Like, my goodness, this is definitely the prettiest... Still the prettiest planet that I've come across in the entire game, which is kind of sad at this point, considering how many that I've explored. I mean, I've explored like something like 70 or 80 at this point, and this is still the best one. But, yeah, whatever. All right, we got a building here. Let's do this thing. And then we'll start working on our charts. There's more whispering eggs here. I'm not going to mess with those at all because it's just not lucrative enough, in my opinion, to getting bones. Ow! Oh, it's you. Hold on. Can I just... Get out of here. Okay, there we go. Let's take a look at this thing. Deserted terminal. We'll take all that. I am actually pretty low on space, but whatever. User identified terminal active, accessing schematics. The place the Overseer has led me to has long since fallen into disrepair. Its panels are buried beneath the same oily, pulsating fauna that I have seen before in long abandoned buildings. The air is fetid and damp. I power up the terminal with little hope of success, but to my surprise, it buzzes noisily and springs to life. Let's take a look at those schematics. My Overseer's intuition has served me well so far. I shall have to trust that these schematics contain the required data. What do we got? What does it tell us? What we got? What we got here? Anything of use? At all? Hello? Your Overseer awaits at the terminal. Okay, well, so we'll have to head back, which was kind of already the plan anyway. I'm just going to take a look in here real fast and see if there's anything of value. Not the lantern. Nothing there. Nothing. That's just more ammunition I don't need. No, I think we're good. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here and continue working on this. I'm going to have to build the whole exocraft thing a little bit later on. Oh, man. I'm going to have to go all the way up that mountain. No, I don't. I don't have to go up the mountain. I can just do this. I have, like, so many thousands of uranium at this point that just constantly... I did not mean to talk to you. So many thousands of uranium that just refilling my launch thrusters is absolutely a non-issue. Even if I hate that I have to do it so freaking much. All right. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. And beautiful. Oh, what the heck? Landing sequence is unavailable. I didn't want to go all the way the frick over here. Stupid thing. All right. Anyway. So let's go talk to our Overseer really quickly and see what they have to say. At Pfeiffery Station. What's up, Earl? You are back! I am so glad, friend. I will extract the storage blueprint as soon as I have the data. It is good to see the Get so invested in the success of our home. They are clearly happy to see me. Probably because I've left them hanging for like 4 months. Give data. Here is their blueprint as promised. A trivial task. Their code was just sitting there to be manipulated. Hey! Okay, so I can make more storage containers. I should let the get on with their business. That is actually freaking awesome, and I'm definitely going to do that like immediately. Hold on. Let's do this. So it is, I think, where's that? Here we go. Oh yeah, so I can definitely make more of these things. So let's do that. I can only make there is a set amount of storage units that I'm allowed to make though, but I'm pretty happy with that. So let's see. Storage container. Yes! Okay, now I have a lot of freaking space. This allows me to actually... Okay, I'm actually really glad I did this. Holy crap. I'm going to quick transfer a bunch of things that I absolutely have no need for at the moment. I guess I'm okay with putting those back because I really wanted to sell those, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that anytime soon. Yeah, I'll get rid of that stack of silicate powder because I already have so freaking much. Ferrite dust, magnetized ferrite. Let's see. I'll get rid of... I don't need a defense chit. I just don't. I'll just do it myself. Instability injector, some glass. I'm going to use that for crafting a little bit later. We'll get rid of this dioxide, the polychromatic zirconium. Let's see. Anything else? The emergency signal scanner. I'm going to actually go use that. I'll keep the Viking effigy so I can increase my Viking standing at some point. Let's put the hard frame engine away. Put the toxic protection module away. The lemium away. Oh, goodness. And everything else is pretty important. Oh, iridesite, let me make 100% sure I don't have any hydraulic wiring in here. I do! I actually freaking do. Okay, I'm dumb. I didn't need to buy that one to begin with. I guess it's good to have a spare. But I didn't see it in there when I first looked. All right, well, let's go back to... Why didn't my settlement's name change? I know I saved it. Okay, so apparently I did change it, but it just hasn't updated in the actual... teleportation terminal, so I'm gonna have to wait for that to kind of fix itself. Apparently, so that's gonna take an hour 33, which is fine. Now, what I'm gonna do next is I'm actually gonna go back in here really quickly, and I'm going to approve another construction project. What is this? Damaged? No, that's just supposed to be doing that. Okay, I didn't know if I could fix that or something. Let's view construction opportunity. I'm gonna approve a tower. And there we go, generator tower construction begun. Where is that at exactly? I don't know, but I am going to have to work on it. Is there more construction opportunities beyond that? No, nothing with that? Okay, I'll have to look into it. No pending decisions. Okay. Maybe it's at the factory over here really quickly. I could probably take a look just to be 100% sure. Yeah, that's going to take a while, so I won't be able to do that in this recording session whatsoever, but we'll have to look at where I can put the tower a little bit later. I want to just kind of up productivity for the time being because this place really is just in the hole at the moment. It's not doing absolutely really anything of value. So I want to up productivity a bunch, then I'll start worrying about the happiness of my all my settlers. And yeah, definitely need to be like a true capitalist. We got to be actually making money before any of you are happy, which, I mean, I guess in a way that's not too cynical because you could also argue that they need to be happy to a degree anyway. I mean, they need money anyway to be happy, I suppose. If you're happy but you're incredibly poor, is that really a good thing? If I give them all a bar to go to and hang out and drink from, but they have no money to buy anything, like, I don't know. I don't know what the... That's in way over my head. I don't want to frickin' think about the ramifications of that right now. All right, so I'm going to head back to Aotic really quickly, and I'm going to start putting some of these charts to use, seeing if I can get anything good. I think we'll use the emergency signal scanner in the next episode, but the other main reason I'm here is for all these nanites that I can now take. Although, let's see if... No, I don't want to talk to you. I want to look at my portable refiner. I want to grab all of this. Oh, no, there's a little bit of extra runaway mold. Grab all of this stuff. There we go. That's what I like to see. I get about almost 800 out of these, and my ship parked in a bad spot. Cool, so I got almost 1,000, or at least very close to it. And also, Return to the Overseer is now highlighted again, so we'll be working on that as well. But let's start by using a couple charts. I am going to begin with the one that I actually grabbed here, which is this chart. This is the one that I picked up at the very beginning of the episode. We got an ancient ruined site. This is going to be very Viking focused. We're going to go track that down. How far away is that exactly? 14 hours. Well, let's see what happens when we get in our Prime Owl and start to fly over there. I probably should have highlighted it. Let me do that. All right, let's see. What do you say when I'm boosting? Okay, yep, we are definitely going to pulse engine this. Definitely going to pulse engine this. All right, here we go. Let's head on over there. It won't take too long. We're just going to kind of hop around the planet. And the reason I actually want to do it on this planet is because if I come across any runaway mold in the process, like away from my farm, I would like to be able to just grab that. Since I have all of this additional space now, I'm so happy that I was able to finally get... I should have continued working on that. I didn't realize I was going to unlock so many more storage containers so soon, though. So that's pretty darn nice. All right, let's land here. Oh, goody, it's one of these. So I have to be very careful not to grab myself the Gravitino ball so I don't get into any trouble. It's right next to a facility, though, which is interesting. And apparently we are doing team. That is what the sentry says. We are doing team. Okay, so let's do one thing at a time here. Make sure that... Is that the Gravitino balls? Okay, let's... highlight all of these, and we're going to start manipulating our way down into these, although this thing does very much need... I probably should have brought my ancient keys with me as well. I suppose that's fine. You get extra keys every single time you do this anyway. They all just kind of stack on top of one another, so I guess if you collect a bunch of excess, you can just use them later. So our next one is down there. I need to recharge this sucker. Let me do that really quickly. I did actually find... So that same planet where I was able to get all that dioxide, I'm going to go back there at one point. I'll have to show it off a little bit. It's actually another pretty good source for bones. I still don't like it as much as the planet where I actually do my bone farming on, for the simple fact that it has more dangerous weather conditions, and the multiple bones in each burial site is not as consistent as it is in my favorite planet. That said, I still was able to like farm a fair bit there, so that was pretty darn cool. So it's I mean it's not bad. It seems that those sorts of planets are not as uncommon as I thought. I mean, they're still pretty uncommon. Don't get me wrong, but they do. I haven't been able to find two, which I think is a pretty good sign that they're not that bad. All right, that is a knowledge stone. I don't care about you. I care about that. Is there any more artifact fragments? It doesn't look like it. Let's see. And then I need to open the big thing with all the keys that I have. So the big thing is... I always forget where it's exactly at in here. I don't think it's there. Is it just up on top? Oh, that's a Gravitino ball. I don't want that. I do not want that. Don't touch it. It's just not worth the hassle. I always forget where the big thing is. Is it marked? Artifact fragment. Let's see. I always forget where it's at. Let's see. Oh, it's the treasure chest. Okay, I see it. I see it on my screen. It is right... Is it directly below me? Let's see. Make sure I kind of hollow this out a little bit. I just went past... I'm literally on top of it. There it is. Large artifact crate. Finally found it. Okay. So you unlock all of these, and like I said, you do get extra... I think I have 2 extra keys from that. And there we go. We got humming larvae, which is, I guess, pretty cool. I don't know if that's going to be any good. Did I just pronounce it larvae? It's larva, larvae, larva. It's larva. What the heck is wrong with me? Anyway, yeah, I don't know if that is too particularly great, but I guess we'll take it. Some of those things can be valued pretty highly depending on where you go, but we will absolutely take that. And I think in the next episode, this is how it's going to work. We're going to plot a few more charts. I really want to see if the exosuit upgrade charts are any good anymore. If not, I can just go and sell those or discard them. Honestly, I don't really care either way. And then we'll probably do a couple more charts. Then what I will do is we will head back into space. We will finally, and I mean just frickin' finally, use our emergency signal scanner to get that off my dang UI. It's going to happen in the next episode, and then if we have time, we'll return back to the refuge and talk to the Overseer again. Guys, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this one very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.